Hey Mitch, my name's Daniel. I know this is a bit of a random video, you don't know me. I actually have a business called Perth Render, and it's a rendering restoration business. And I also have another business on the side called First Page Marketing. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to try to pitch you or sell you anything on this. I've just done you a bit of a review on your website on Google, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. It has a lot of value. And what I can do is show you how to get your website onto the first page of Google. I can show you what's kind of stopping you right now, because I noticed you're doing some work on AdWords, but you're ranking toward the end of the second and third page. And I'm not sure if you know this, but on AdWords, if I'll just take you over to, I've just searched Expose Aggregate Perth, and on AdWords, most people won't click on these ads. They'll actually go down a bit and click on these ads here. To 80 to 90% of people will click on these. So if you look at Exposed Concrete WA, they're getting 532 visits every single month from their organic spot. Okay, um, even last month, even last month they got 481, and they still got 300 odd in the wet season. Now, I know this because my business, Perth Render, I used to advertise on AdWords on the top, but I found out it's quite expensive and there wasn't a whole lot of traffic. So I have my business for a while now in these two spots and on this spot as well. Okay, and you can see that we're highlighted up here on the first page of Google. And I've done the same thing for a few other people, some bathroom renovation companies. So I specialize in home improvement businesses. So yeah, I'm going to show you how these guys, Exposed Concrete, are getting to the first page and what's stopping you from getting from the first page. Okay, so right now, Exposed Concrete, they've got 358 backlinks. Okay, I'm not sure if you know what backlinks are, but they basically count as votes to your website. Google sees them as votes. They're links from other websites pointing to your website, saying that your website's good. Okay, so now your website, you only have 39 backlinks. Now that really isn't much. You need a lot more than that to rank at the front of Google. Like usually in home improvement businesses, they're up in the high hundreds, like 1 to 2,000. But because the competition for this keyword is quite low, these guys are getting away with 358. So what we do to get business on the first page of Google is we look at all of guys on the front on the first page, and we'll see what we go into our software and see which of their keywords. We can see what backlinks. We can see what backlinks are working for them, and we put you on their backlinks, and then we get a few more. So we just out backlink them. The backlinks take a little bit of time to generate, though. We can't do them all in one hit because Google penalizes it for us. So it's a bit of a slow process to get on the top organic spots, but the payoff is huge because you get a lot more traffic, and it ends up costing less every month than what AdWords does. So organic is the best place to be. Yeah, so that's about the backlinks. Now, also, there are some issues with we probably have to speed up. There's two ways we can go about your site. Right now, it's very slow to get on the first page. We need to increase these speeds. So now, right now, you're at 61 for desktop, 21 for mobile. So there are some speed issues here. Because you're so close to the front page, I think once we fix up some of these speed issues, that's going to help you out a lot. Okay, so and speed, like I said, speed is another thing. All right, so I'm just going to go over to here. So yeah, the cost for AdWords is actually really low. So I'm not sure who's running your AdWords, but the cost per click is $4. So normally I wouldn't recommend AdWords because it's expensive. But for your industry and how low the cost is, I think it's still a good way to go, because if you can get all three places on Google, before I used to have all three places, like one in ads, one in the maps, one organic, and then you just smash it. I would still recommend doing a spot on AdWords if you're getting good bang for your buck on AdWords. I know a lot about AdWords because I used to pay people to run my AdWords campaigns until I found out they're doing a really shitty job, and I took over. And I know what I'm doing with AdWords because in 1 year on my own, I spent $20,000 on a bathroom renovation company, and I brought in about $700,000 worth of work off that. And I did that off my own back from what I learned. So AdWords can be very profitable if it's done right. So AdWords, another way to go about it is to get in the organic, in the map listings page. because to get into Maps, the Google My Business pages is very easy because we register a Google My Business, but instead of putting something like impressive concrete, we would probably call it impressive exposed aggregate Perth, because then it would rank and show up a lot easier. If you try to make it show up for impressive concrete, it's a lot harder. And just going on the domain name, Google counts the domain name big time. So if instead, I'm not saying change your site, I'm saying we could probably make another slender site called impressive exposed aggregate. That's another way, but you are pretty close to the first page, so I wouldn't suggest doing that at this moment. I think some backlinks and speeding it up is going to get you to the top spots. Okay, but as I was saying, the Google Maps sections, very good place to be in. All we need to do is get a virtual address in the city, link that up to Google Maps, and you can start showing up on the maps. The only thing in here is the reviews. You've got to make sure you keep your good reviews up, or else they can screw you a little bit. If you start getting bad reviews, you can always take it off. So it's no big deal. And it's very cheap. It's the cheapest one to get into. So it's a good option. All right, mate. So, yeah, like I said, you've only got 39 backlinks, so we've got to definitely up all those backlinks. And then you'll start ranking and getting some. So they're saying you're in position 15. I saw that you're a little bit lower, but it does vary. So, yeah, mate, if you want to find out, if you want to talk a little bit more and see if we can help you, and we just have a chat, no pushy sales or anything like that, mate. I'll just give you some options and we can go from there. So, on the bottom of my email, there's a schedule link, and you can schedule him and call with me, and we can just chat 15 minutes or so and see what happens. Right. Thanks, mate. See ya.